Hello everyone, welcome back to another installment of Baldur's Gate 3. Last episode I believe we cleared out the entirety of the mausoleum, did the gauntlet stuff. Um, yeah. So today I think what we're gonna do is go and see, what do you call it, Moonrise Towers, because there was a lot that apparently I have to do, and then go from there back and forth, do a little wee wah wee wah. So without further ado, let us continue.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul?
Little from the field, what news inside?
General Ketherick's advisor went off on a field trip. Zarel's in charge till he gets back.
You'll find Zarel in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
Our path leads to Zarel. Let us not keep her waiting.
In her name.
Praise the Absolute.
Adept Marin.
Plenty of supplies if you're running low, true soul.
Zealot Malik.
In her name.
Zealot Malik.
I itch to draw my weapon and gut every last one of these cultists.
You're keen. Just don't get carried away. Some of those guts might be of use to us unspilled, at least for a while.
I know better than to indulge every craving, Shadowheart. But when the time is right, the Absolutists will feel the sting of my blade.
Hey buddy.
We are favored. We are blessed.
Okay, Jeffree Star.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
The blessed will conquer all.
I'm sure they will. Cool.
There is only the Absolute. Serve her. All will serve her. Brother took my meat. They sloop and steal. We stoop and struggle.
Let us enter into, what do you call it? Let us enter into Moonrise.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
Okie dokie. I'm surprised they have lights. Considering everything.
Another true soul. The disciple will want to see you through the main doors.
Zealot Bryn.
Welcome, true soul. The disciple will have work for you, I expect. So much to be done.
Brawler Auric.
A bunch of the others were rounded up in the main hall a while ago. They ain't come back.
Brawler Weneg.
Heard a rumor some do-gooder stopped a horde of absolutists from getting their hands on a load of druids in some grove. Whoever it was, better pray the general doesn't smoke them out. Be a bloodbath, so it would.
Brawler Wim.
Wouldn't head into the main hall if I were you. Zarel and Ketherick are working on some poor worm.
Scrying eye.
The eye focuses on you, taking in every detail of your appearance.
Examine the eye.
A spark glows within the heart of the construct. Someone or something watches you from beyond.
Adept Dorical.
I saw it, Trousseau. The army. They're nearly ready. It's nearly time.
And when the hour draws near?
We march to Baldur's Gate.
What role would you take?
I'm trained as an assassin. House Hekar. Perhaps I can serve as a scout or special operations. When the call comes, I'll be ready.
Which army do you mean?
Us? We are so many, and we are marching to Baldur's Gate as soon as the Absolute gives word. I've never been to battle. I've never been to war. But I feel so calm. Ready.
Adept Furek?
Same as me.
Welcome back, true soul. Zarel is holding an audience with the General, deciding the fate of those who have failed the Absolute.
The General is inside. I've never seen him so near. It's all happening.
You should go through the main hall. Witnessing the General's justice is an honor.
And what's to say? Shh! I'm trying to hear what's going on in there.
Pray with me while we...
Can't hear a damn thing in there.
Times are changing fast. Glad I'm here to see it.
Still not quite sure why they brought us all here. Kinda worrying me.
In her name, her design.
Lon Tarv?
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlak, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Karlak, who's Flo?
Florenta the Garotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me.
Is she a threat?
Maybe. Probably. I don't know. She's a half-devil. Impossible to read. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while. What can I say? The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? This could come in handy.
Let's have the soul coins then.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. You want the coins or not?
Fine, get on with it then.
First coin's got the soul of a woman named Maveri. She was born to a cruel mother, and a violent father, and 3 evil brothers, all named Baldur. She never knew a day of love in all her life. When she was a girl of 15, she sold her soul to Tiamat in exchange for someone who would love her unconditionally. She got what she asked for. A fellow named Clint, destined to be her soulmate. Struck by a cart and died a few moments after clapping eyes on our Mavery. Poor guy. The scud of her soul is yours now.
Thanks, I guess.
We'll put that coin to better use than Tiamat. No. That's a sad story indeed.
We're just getting started. This one has got the soul of a man named Frakes. Lived in a village near Neverwinter. Hit hard by the worst hunger in 1,000 years. Frakes called out for help. Prayed for his children to have meat to eat.
They ate his meat?
Zariel answered. Made old Frakes grow flesh upon flesh after flesh. His wee ones had all the meat they could stomach.
He should have known. Better to die 1,000 deaths than let Zariel into your life.
That's absolutely vile. Unsurprisingly Zariel, but vile all the same.
Karlach's the one set to consume his soul, I hear. Last one's got the soul of a little boy named Ungir. 8 years old. He liked playing in the sun with his friends. That's all I know.
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and this slip of scratch.
Well, thanks, Flo. Hearing a bunch of desperate horror has ruined my day, which I suppose was the point.
You got 3 soul coins out of the bargain, didn't you? I'd quit whinging if I were you. I did my part. That means our business is done. Unless you've got actual gold to hand.
She gives them to you fully formed.
If you have coin, then show it.
You never peddle your wares with that attitude.
I do not peddle. I put weapons in worthy hands. The Absolute needs warriors for her crusade. But I see only weaklings in this place.
You want a warrior? Here I am.
Prove it! Who's singing your name?
Bard persuasion. Well, I mainly do the singing, usually while beating my foes to a pulp. It's quite the sight.
Normally talk like that's empty. But there's something behind those words of yours. I can feel it. Want anything from my stash? You pay less than the rest. Slaughter well, true soul.
Acolyte Belub.
Each pack of recruits they bring in is worse than the last. Can't trust them to sweep the stables, let alone swing a sword.
They have potential. Great warriors have grown from less.
No doubt. Isn't for me to question them above me. I'm sure you know your business. I'll see they get all the help they need, true soul. And they'll need quite a bit.
Brothers, sister, pray with me while we wait.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
Yes, you did. She gives them to you fully formed. Can you hear her?
Of many hearts, one soul. Of many thoughts, one mind.
To stand this close to her power. I never thought I'd make it.
I wouldn't have if not for the Lantern Bearer. To think the Absolute graces such a creature as that.
We are each of us threads in her design. Even those we once called monsters.
Where do you hail from?
I was a farrier in Desarin Valley. Then the dreams came.
My brothers had the dreams too. Same as me. they wouldn't admit it.
The Absolute calls us all to her design. Your family will answer. Eventually.
Alright, let's talk to Pilgrim Nalira.
The Absolute herself called us here. They cannot stop us from seeing Zorel now. Brothers. Sister.
Pilgrim
Stay
Tama.
with me while we wait.
You're one of her blessed, aren't you? To hear her voice, I cannot imagine.
Pilgrim Young.
Back of the line. I'll be the first of us to swear to the General.
He kind of looks like the Monster Hunter guy. Like, he literally looks like that Monster Hunter guy by, what's her name? Aunt Ethel? The hag? That's what he looks like. Pilgrim Pheromorn.
Not all of us survived the shadows to stand here. My wife, my sons, they were unworthy.
That's wild to say that, I'm sorry. Erna.
It's Roa you want? We only talk when you've misbehaved. You trying to get me in trouble?
Yurley.
And this was funny when it was just goblins branding arses, but you lot mean business, eh? Ain't looking to convert, true soul. Gods mind their mess, I mind mine.
Okay, Roa Moonglow?
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul?
Aren't you Zentrum? New face, we met before at the Goblin Camp.
Of course. Just before some godless lunatic purged the place of every innocent soul. A pity neither of us saw what happened.
Careful, that sounds like an accusation.
The guilty here hears blame in every breath. But you're among friends here, true soul. Look around. All manner of beasties united against the enemies of the Absolute. Quite a god to bring them all together. And quite a fool who draw their ire. Hmm?
You almost sound concerned for my safety.
More concerned that your business might be bad for my business. So don't go kicking the hive while there's still some honey to be had. An honor, true soul.
Zealot Eogar.
You'd find better lodgings out in the war camp, true soul. I know we're all one under the Absolute, but you do not want to bunk with an ogre. Better to bunk with a beast than do battle with one, I suppose. Praise the Absolute.
Acolyte Chimeral.
Don't mind making her meat sounds. It's just her brain slopping around in her skull. Watch yourself with the ogre. She's a hugger.
Meg.
Hush. Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Something in the walls, what is it?
Pig! In walls above! Maybe. Whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But Mig banned. Not allowed to pet gnolls. You find meat? You share. Shh. You loud. Clumsy.
Where do you hear the meat sounds again?
In walls above. Loudest near kitchens. But
maybe halter. Like we inside meat. Mig eat meat, or meat eat Mig.
Oh. That's weird. Okay.
Here goes nothing.
Oh, there's a kitty cat. A steel claw.
These are the stalking grounds of Steel Claw, furless one. Tread lightly. Fortunately for you, the slithering vermin I hunt has my attention. For now.
Slithering claw, or sorry, Steel Claw. Wait, sorry, your name is Steel Claw?
It is a name I earned through bloodshed and death. Unfortunately, the more ignorant here refuse to use it. Fluffers, they call me. Idiots.
Slithering vermin, they're called tadpoles.
Their name matters not, merely their demise. I braved lapping waters and leaking ships to find this prey. I butchered many, and will butcher many more. But this one I toy with. I slice, I tear, and when the time is right, I will bite its head off and bathe in its innards!
You know that tadpole is dead, right?
Lies, it merely pretends. But I'm a patient hunter. I will wait for it to stir, and then I will strike. Now I must return to my prey. It has been too long since it felt the bite of fear.
Let's interact with the mucus.
Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above.
Okay. Let's talk to Timothy. Let's talk to Tomelia. Let's talk to Barnabas. Let's talk to Linzella.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you?
Barnabas?
I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better.
I thought the Absolute accepted us all as we are.
She gathers many threads for her design, but it is still her design. And Barnabas has found his place in it. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do?
Alright, how about you decide?
The prayer, I think. Barnabas struggles with civilized speech, but he's been practicing.
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
Soul.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Sever her control once and for all?
Like rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No. Barnabas, darling. No!
There's a parasite in that corpse.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Now, Barnabas, behave. Oh.
As if following a well-worn path, your mind reaches out and knows where to squeeze. Your blood runs quicker, feeding the gnawing absence at the center of your mind.
Araj Oblodra.
Araj Oblodra, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, true soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make.
Let's hear about this special offer of yours.
Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself.
Oh. And what exactly you're planning to do with your share?
Research, naturally. We Oblodras are simply curious by nature.
You realize why the name rings familiar. House Oblodra was purged a century ago by an alliance of rival drow houses. Among the many crimes tallied against them, their reckless experimentation with illithid breeding stock.
It's not true soul blood you want, it's illithid tainted blood.
Blessed by the Absolute, but not blinded by it. Now I simply must study you. The beings you speak of have no use for gods, and yet here we stand in a church of their making. Unless they are not the makers, but simply the means, wouldn't that be a secret worth knowing? So let me adjust my offer. Your blood and your silence, in exchange for the potions I mention, and a tidy pile of gold besides.
What kind of potions can you make?
No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together,
Okay, low-key, I'm gonna do it.
Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. A little pain for a lot of gold. And there we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. And if I may, would you have a moment to discuss another more personal matter? Truth be told, I heard tell of your coming before you arrived. Ketheric's dogs prowl far and wide round the tower. I know you travel with a delightful Nightwalker in your retinue.
Ooh.
Please, I have a proposal for him. I will reward you both, handsomely.
My vampiric friend, sure, I can bring him here.
I must prepare myself for his arrival.
Araj Oblodra?
I never thought I'd see one in real life. I read about your kind for so many years, but you are a finer specimen than any bestiary could describe. You're really a vampire. At least one of their spawn.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did.
Oh?
And he's yours to command. My envy is palpable.
Excuse me, he's his own person.
I'm sure he really believes that. How utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry. You want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge?
He said no, there's nothing more to discuss.
How very disappointing.
Araj Oblodra?
Welcome back, true soul. You've come in the spirit of trade, I hope.
I want to trade my blood for a potion.
Oh? I'm afraid I have quite enough for my purposes. From you, at least. If you know of any other true souls willing to aid my research, though, do send them my way. Come back anytime.
It's on my mind.
Pilgrim Sol?
She sees everything we are. Do you understand? There is no hiding from her.
Alright, without further ado, let us enter the Absolute's door.
I will not be slandered! General, you saw my reports. You know it's not my fault.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
If I had been given drow warriors instead of goblin trash!
Oi! What?
You scrag!
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. A tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
Let me make sure I understand this. You're claiming that General Thorm gave you the wrong soldiers?
Yes. No!
You blame the Absolute's Chosen for your failure?
Of course it is not the General's fault.
Whose then?
Mentally influence Zrel, make her show Minthara mercy. I don't think trying to convince Ketherick will work, so I'm gonna do this one.
Zarel's mind is a steel trap, but you cautiously ease your way in. You just need to shift her focus a little.
I'm being unkind. Anyone might have struggled with such imperfect tools. Goblins are prone to failure.
Yes. It's the goblins' fault. They failed you, General. Not me.
General?
Take Minthara below. Someone will have to consider her fate.
No! Please! Mercy! Please!
Bye-bye, princess. And the goblins, General?
You, true soul. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies. Isn't that so? What is your judgment?
You! Me old mate that saved me from the tieflings!
Enough! True soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
I saw the horrors they committed in the Absolute's name. That might be good.
Oh, and the fun we had committing them.
I'm sure they were very enthusiastic. But zeal without efficacy is for children, not servants. We're too close to the ending and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? What? No! No, 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 no.
You creaking old bag of shit!
What? I mean, we heard the
Sorry, my
reports,
lord,
but
she's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you.
You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish.
thank you, or nod curtly.
Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
You wouldn't hurt me, would ya? We're mates, me and you. Practically family.
Guards release them?
You won't regret this. Praise the Absolute.
You did the right thing. I'm sure those nasties deserved a bollocking, but we're no executioners. Let's go see what Zarel makes of it.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels his power.
Minthara was dragged to the prison in Moonrise. If she's still there, this is our last chance to save her.
Zealot Fala?
You'll find traders in the entrance hall. Absolute draws coin as well as pilgrims, eh?
Zealot Munish?
An honor, true soul.
Zealot Naram?
Good luck, true soul. The disciple demands much of those who serve her.
Okay. Adept Nola?
Don't try giving orders, true soul. Everyone here answers directly to Zarel.
Adept Mola?
You're not the first to brave the dark for the Absolute. The war camps are full to bursting.
Zealot Real
No
fast?
feuding under this roof, true soul. We're all one under the Absolute. More's the pity.
Alright, let's go downstairs.
Remember, you ought to be kinder. To the prisoners, I mean. Any one of them could be elevated to true soul, should they accept the Absolute.
Ugh. Then I shall have to keep them busy praying for mercy from other gods, won't I?
Zealot Sereni?
All's well here. The cargo from below has already been taken to the docks.
Zealot Zira?
Don't get too close to the prisoners. They're desperate enough to try anything. It is impossible to keep a garment clean down here.
You'll find it all the harder once we're off on the march.
If you think I'm walking all the way to Baldur's Gate without a litter, you don't know me at all.
Oh, of course. Perhaps our prisoners can be your bearers. Fine view from Gnomeback, I expect.
Mistaken, surely.
I am not.
But we've seen... what? 5 true souls sent for an audience?
And not a single one came back down from the tower top. Must have been unworthy.
Okay. Adept Gulen?
Be a dear and strike me deaf. I guess they're especially sobby today.
Zealot Renan.
Feel free to haul a few boxes. We need all the hands we can get.
Acolyte Marls.
I'm afraid you missed the ship through, but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo.
Where are the ships heading?
Baldur's Gate. The army marches overland, but we sent some friends ahead to smooth the way.
Why does the Absolute want to make war with the city?
Locals need to see hard truth. Take their place in hard design. Or they don't, and we send them to meet the old gods they cling to. Doesn't matter much either way.
What cargo are they bringing?
Nothing of note. Just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
Your job is to guard. Leave the details to... no. The cargo's important. Another look can't do any harm.
Right you are, I suppose. Check away.
I am going to inspect this.
A wave of sick familiarity radiates from one barrel amidst the cargo. Tadpoles. Sleeping and scarcely aware, but echoing yours 100-fold.
An army's worth of slithering parasites. Sickness waiting to spread.
Intelligence. Reach out, tadpole to tadpole.
A pattern of blank minds newly born. They carry only a bare shred of memory, inherited from something older. A sleep of centuries. The birth and destruction of a settlement above forming only background noise to the dream. Until something descended down into the darkness, and the dreamer awoke.
These tadpoles came from beneath the tower. If we use them, we'll deny the cultists of their power.
I mean...
The vat is still, placid. Thousands of tadpoles happily awaiting their hosts.
Examine the seal. Looks familiar to you.
The winged serpent of the Zentarim. It seems their pursuit of profit extends even here.
So, can I just, like, pick up? Zealot Arden?
Stand clear of the cargo. Respectfully, true soul.
I'm not hearing much respect.
Just doing my job. They say the Absolute sees our work and elevates the worthy. And I don't plan on being a guard for long, true soul.
You definitely have an attitude of a true soul, at least.
Thank you. Beg pardon, true soul, but you're distracting me.
Adept Bell?
Look busy or they'll set you lifting too. Whatever's inside's heavy.
Cell 5. Leah?
Let me guess. The Absolute is the only way.
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only.
What are the prisoners going to do? Talk me to death?
Your reasoning is hard to argue with. You're free to speak to the prisoners.
Roland better be all right. You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in.
What are the gnomes planning?
I can't read bloody minds. Go on, before someone sees.
I really hope that didn't, like, ruin any dialogue that I was supposed to get. Wolbrin Bongle?
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself.
What do you want with us, exactly?
I'm here to help you escape.
Huh. And why would you be so inclined?
I know the tieflings imprisoned here. I want to break you all out. I could mention Marcus, but...
Those Spitfires? Well, they certainly gave the guards a run for their money. And they'd be a help in the escape. I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn.
I'm Penticide. Nice to meet you.
We've got a plan.
Pleasure.
For us and the tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdel, make sure a guard doesn't see you. Or we're both done for.
I'll get us out of here, Cal. Even if
Your feet fly fast, my friend. Any luck with those tools?
Not yet.
Not now, not ever.
Adept Karis.
Did you request this post too? I'm glad I got the Warden and not Zarel. Don't get chatty with the prisoners, mind you. The Warden won't like that.
Sell it, Natty.
Don't speak to the prisoners. The Absolute forbids it.
Roland better be all right.
It's Roland. He's probably holed up somewhere.
Get us out of here, please, before that head case of a necromancer comes back.
Sent for an orphan?
Let's go in here. Questioner Jason.
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an inability to follow orders.
I obeyed to the best of my ability!
And isn't that depressing?
You are nothing.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. It's strong as you remember, yet fractured, disintegrating.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again.
What are you doing to her?
We are erasing her.
I've been instructed to handle this prisoner myself. Or, no. Stand aside, I'm taking charge. Is this really why she's... No. Stand aside, I'm taking charge here.
Yes, your authority is great. We can learn, watching you break what little remains of her mind.
Reach out for the Drow's mind. Because I ain't hurting my girl, Minthara.
Immediately, your mind is swept into a greater vortex. A psionic storm with Minthara at its center.
Cannot hide, submit, embrace.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute.
Push past the presence towards Minthara.
Navigating the storm, you reach the nexus of her mind. It is a wound, bleeding raw emotion and shattered memories. But she senses your arrival.
So it is you who will end me. Make it swift, then. Anything to silence that thing. That voice.
I have a plan. Fake obedience and the guards will leave without... No. share my strength and strike the guards down.
But first, let's make these bastards bleed!
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Impossible. She was broken.
Mindara?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Make it swift, then. Anything to silence that thing. That voice.
I have a plan, fake obedience, and the guards will leave without raising the alarm.
I would prefer to make these bastards bleed. But I trust that you speak from caution rather than cowardice. I will put my faith in you and pretend to be their slave.
As long as I can get dialogue.
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break.
Look at her. The true soul Mindara you knew is gone.
She does look a little vacant, sister.
No more anger. No more doubt. She is perfect. We ought to return to our posts, sister. There'll be plenty more prisoners to practice on.
An ill thing to let an enemy show their back and live.
Come, we better move.
Lead then.
So...
What is it? What's wrong?
Leave. Okay. I think that's good. We got her into the party. For now. Let's just make sure that this is... actually... Okay, so it just says to... Okay, let's bring her to... Let's go to Moonrise Towers.
Go on. Move.
Let's get moving.
The quicker, the better.
Oh, maybe she can't leave without, like, you know...
With haste.
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do.
I think she serves rather well as my personal servant, don't you?
The guard is happy to let you pass. Minthara is rather less happy about your choice of words.
Death is merely delayed. We will return and kill them all.
Halt!
Deal with them, or I will.
We heard she'd been escorted from her cell. Not that she could leave the tower.
The General ordered that she be repurposed, not freed.
She's completely loyal to me. I'll keep her in line.
Creatures like her don't understand the concept of loyalty. Keep her on a tight leash.
Mm-hmm.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose. Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prison, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby?
Of course. Tell her where to find your camp.
Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
Mm-hmm. Wait, why are you running? Why are you running back in? Girl, no.
Cover your nose by the cells. Those gnomes smell like labor.
Okay, bye. What? Those gnomes smell like labor. Girl,
Let's
what?
have a look. I want to have a word.
Prisoner Jason.
I'd bruise every traitor's mind 1,000 times over if the Warden commanded it, and I do hope she commands it.
Sumera?
Apostates must suffer by your own hand when needed. It is the Absolute's way.
The Warden.
You spark of the familiar. Do I know you, true soul? Perhaps not. Your face is rather bland.
Excuse me?
Regardless, know this. I am the Warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side.
Okay. Gently probe the Warden's mind.
Your mind swirls with information about the prison. The small levers behind the Warden's desk open every cell, while the larger one triggers the alarm. And interesting items confiscated from prisoners lie above the Warden's office, just up the ladder.
If you are going to stare, kindly do it elsewhere. As I said, you are free to roam where you wish, but do not speak to the prisoners.
Who is Disciple Balthazar? I'm thinking of doing that one.
My, they are letting all sorts become a true soul these days.
Just tell me.
He is chief advisor to General Ketherick, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him.
You must confiscate lots of interesting things from prisoners.
Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority.
Our people suffered enough in Elturel only to be locked up in here by one of their own. Aren't you bothered?
Anyone who refutes the Absolute is an enemy of mine, true soul. You would do well to remember that.
Your face is pretty bland too.
My face might be bland, but yours? It is now carved into my memory forever.
I'll do my utmost to impress you.
A pity you're already failing then. I am a busy woman, true soul. What is it?
You don't look very busy to me.
That makes sense, true soul. You clearly don't know the meaning of the word.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
Nah, I'll attack you.
Very well.
Stone. I feel it. Hollow behind.
Your feet fly fast, my friend.
Any luck with those tools?
Here, I found this hammer. Is it yours?
Blessed Gerdul, I thought I'd never see it again. Thank you. The plan is to wait for a quiet moment, then bust out the back wall. We'll grab the tieflings along the way. We'll need them if it comes to a fight. You, however, are the clincher. Once we move, keep the patrols busy. If the bastards spot us, all of bloody Moonrise will come down on us.
It's time. Let's do this.
We'll move once it's quiet. Until then, be ready. Boat's good to go. All that's left is to ship off. My plan for now is to hide out on the water. Unless you have a better idea.
I'll come with you. I know a place called Last Light Inn. You'll be safe there.
Safe? That's no small claim in these parts. Lead the damn way.
Drift through the dark until time, skill, or luck brings you to Last Light's dock.
Hold there. You can't just land and start unloading strangers. They're procedures, damn it. No one gets in without being tested. Commander Jaheira's orders.
We just escaped the Absolute. These people need sanctuary, not procedures.
And they'll have it once we know they're free from infection. Here, form a line. Let's see if the Absolute's little pet recognizes any of you.
The Absolutes what? What are you doing?
He only wants to see if you're infected. It's safe, I promise.
If what you've said is true, no one has anything to fear. If not, well, we'll soon find out. Now, form a line. I'll not ask again. That's it. This won't take long. And you're clear. Welcome to Last Light.
Lacrissa?
You're here! You're all right! How?
We're two tiefling queens, remember? I couldn't leave my favorite bard without her partner in crime. I did have some help from an old friend, though.
How did you do it?
I'd tell you, but that would spoil the song I'm writing about it.
Fingers crossed, I'll hear it someday. You should have seen him. He was brave, but also terrifying. In a good way.
I never thought I'd see... well, anyone again. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. One last favor. Take this off my hands. It suits you better.
Your loot? Oh. Oh.
I'm just glad you're safe.
Uh-huh.
Alfira?
I'm glad it was you who walked through that door. Thank you.
Perimeter's clear, Mom.
Lacrissa?
Good. We'll leave soon.
Things in Moonrise were... bad. Real bad. Thank you for getting me out of there.
Of course.
Never mind.
Let's talk to Roland.
Did you enjoy relaxing here while I battled that wretched darkness? What were you thinking?
I'm sorry. We got captured by murderous lunatics.
I thought you were dead, you ass! Both of you!
We're all safe, Roland. That's what matters.
I thought you'd be happier to see each other.
I thought my entire family was dead!
I'm sorry. We should have been here.
No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have shouted. I'm sorry.
Thank you for saving me. And the two idiots.
Don't mention it.
Humble too? Imagine that.
He has no cause to be humble. He's brought us back together. A task I failed miserably at. You went out of your way to help us. It's only right you get something in return.
You're good, y'all are good.
Yeah. I hope it helps.
Aw. Thank you.
I've thanked you once already. Don't be greedy.
Cal?
Patrols report more activity among
Thank you. I never thought I'd see these two again. It's good to be back.
And Leah? Leah.
I'm not the best at showing it, but I love Cal and Roland to death. They're family. Thank you for bringing us back together.
Okay, then Nichols,
Why are you
Walbrin,
smiling at
and
me?
Nimble.
I'm just glad you're safe.
Ketheric's lackeys found me already. Blast it all. You need to deal with him.
Huh?
The towers were here. Soot, sulfur, limestone, dusted all over. Signature.
Nimble?
Ketheric's forces are infiltrating this place. You've got to take the fight to them.
Every moment Ketheric lives is another I am away from Baldur's Gate. I need to return. And soon.
children from El Dorel.
Barkus
Maybe
Root?
not, Mom.
Ah, there you are. Everyone seems to be quite aflutter. Do you know why?
Haven't you heard? I freed the people being held in Moonrise Towers.
You did? But that means... Walbrin! Walbrin! Oh, where is he?
Anything
Huh?
happened while I was away?
Aren't you gonna look for him?
I can't wait for things to just be quiet.
It'll be quiet in the city. We'll have a little house, maybe a garden.
That sounds a moment. Perfect. Walbrin, it's me!
I said a moment.
Rude. What the? Barkus?
Walbrin!
I heard you might be about. How the devil did you get stuck here, Barkus?
I'm not stuck. I came to find you, of course.
Why would you do a foolish thing like that? Really, Barkus?
Unfortunately for me, you're my friend. Rescuing you from mortal peril is my right.
He doesn't seem very happy.
But you didn't rescue me, did you? I rescued myself with the aid of this helper.
Ah, it's you. I should have guessed. Thank you very much for your help finding Walbrin.
He seems ungrateful.
You don't belong here, Barkus. As soon as the way is clear, pack up and head to Baldur's Gate.
But... Walbrin... The rune powder. We need to discuss what you're going to...
I said go home!
You don't know what Barkus has gone through to find you.
Please, that isn't necessary.
Indeed. Neither of you has any clue what's at stake. And why should you? It's Iron Hand gnome business. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a great deal to do.
Well, there we have it. Walbrin is safe and sound. Thanks to you. I owe you a great deal. The brilliant retort, for starters. Here you are. As promised. I give you the brilliant retort. Now, I believe our business is well and truly concluded.
You don't owe me, Barkus. If anything, Wulbren does.
One and the same.
I doubt Wulbren agrees, or your relationship seems rather one-sided.
Nonsense. When you've known each other as long as we have, there aren't sides. Wulbren can be a little sharp, but so can I. You should know that better than anyone.
What will you do now, Barkus?
Well, perhaps Wulbren is right. Perhaps I ought to return to Baldur's Gate.
That'll have to wait. It's lethal out there.
Oh, that's all right. I'm a patient fellow. I'm sure you'll clear a path for everyone soon enough.
Why are you smiling at me?
I hope you get him. Ketheric and the like. I know you can.
Aren't you going to take down Ketheric? We'll support you from here.
Minthara?
I should speak up.
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind.
You're strong, you'll recover.
Strength will not save us from an enemy that can dominate our will. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with... They broke my mind.
And we will break them. It's time for revenge.
Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear.
Any suggestion on how we kill an invulnerable man?
All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least.
You're victim of the cult. Of course I'll protect you.
The Prism will protect me. You will fight alongside me and help me to get my vengeance. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the Prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute.
Tell me what you know of Ketheric's power first.
General Thorm would have the world believe that his invulnerability is a gift from the Absolute. That is a lie, intended to impress those who flock to the cult's cause, and to strike fear in the minds of those who stand against the Absolute. I believe Thorm draws his power not from a divine source, but an arcane one. Moonrise is a den of necromancy, and the most powerful practitioner of the art is Thorm's closest advisor, Balthazar. He has chambers beside the generals, on the upper floor of the tower. I suspect we will find answers there. Now, rest. We will need our strength for what lies ahead.
I will be watching you. Don't cause any trouble.
I intend to cause plenty, but only for our enemies.
Sleep well. We'll venture forth tomorrow come morning. I don't want her in my party, though. I want you to just chill at camp, you know?
I do not sleep unless I wish to. Until I feel safe among this company, I shall spend my nights planning for the fights to come.
Let's talk about something else.
You wish to consult me?
Do you remember all that you did in the Absolute's name?
I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded.
To lose your free will, then be forced to kill, that must be horrible.
I would rather die than endure it again. The tadpole, the Absolute, they work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice, the best choice, even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable.
Is Ketheric truly invulnerable?
I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked.
How is that possible?
I have lived long enough to know that few things are impossible in this world. Ketheric's power is a rare thing, though. I have never seen its like. The necromancer Balthazar is Ketheric's chief advisor. One who has mastery over the dead may well be able to help the living cheated. We should ransack his chambers and see what secrets he keeps for the great general.
You're a paladin. What's the nature of your oath?
I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute.
Your crusade against the Absolute is nothing... No. It is a noble purpose.
It is not noble, it is necessary. If we do not destroy the cultists, they will destroy everything. We are all that stands between this world and annihilation.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on our companions.
A disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular in mind?
I'm curious to hear what you think of Shadowheart.
She is tolerable, but her faith in the Lady of Loss is poisonous.
I thought you might appreciate Sharan Dogma.
The very concept of Sharan worship is self-indulgent. They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value, but it is not so. I have performed 1,000 interrogations, squeezing out the most guarded secrets held in heart, mind, and soul. I can tell you this. When the trivial parts have been whittled away and I have sifted through what remains, in most cases, a person amounts to nothing at all.
What do you make of Astarion?
He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. While those addictions have their hold on him, he is still a slave.
Astarion's no slave. He's free of Khazad-dûr.
Free? What purpose does he have that does not involve his master? He fears him, he hates him, he dreams of him, and he will either kill him or die trying. Astarion is no more free of Khazad-dûr than you or I are free of our tadpoles. He will only be free when Khazad-dûr is dead, and that is as it should be. When the time comes, we must hope that he does not only take Khazad-dûr's long life, but the power that has sustained him as well.
How do you and Lae'zel get along?
I have encountered few Githyanki in my life. Those that I did were raiders. They croaked out pleas for mercy in their alien tongue as they died. Meeting Lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture.
It doesn't surprise me that you feel an affinity for otherworldly raiders. Gith and Lolthsworn Drow have much in common.
To one who only sees the surface of things, perhaps. You should look deeper. There is a fanaticism in the Lolthsworn that lends itself to chaos. They turn their blades on one another as readily as on outsiders. The Gith have stricter hierarchies and stronger commitment to a single cause. Some, like Lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training.
Have you spent much time with Gale?
The wizard? No.
Don't you like wizards?
Their mastery of the weave is commendable, but they are poor conversationalists.
Not Gale.
In my experience, they do not usually live long enough to make the effort of befriending them worthwhile. Either the enemy recognizes they are a threat and kills them swiftly, or their curiosity leads them to combust while experimenting with the limits of magic. Our wizard is already in a state of suspended combustion, thanks to that orb between his ribs. I suspect it is only a matter of time before he goes up in smoke. I will reserve my social graces for those who might live long enough to appreciate them.
Any thoughts on Will?
He is exceedingly self-righteous. Amusing, considering he bound himself to a devil.
Will's a good man.
I will take your word for it. I only care that he is a good soldier, and he has not disappointed me on that front. I would rather be allied with a warlock than the spoiled son of a noble who has more experience with diplomats than devils.
You and Karlach seem to be friendly.
I have never known anyone so ferocious and unassailable in battle, and yet so fragile and impermanent in their very being. I often think of mortality as a curse. In time, all that I am and all that I have known and learned will be lost. In time, our cities will be dust. Karlach does not seem to have such anxieties. Perhaps because she cannot afford to. She exists in the moment, and she will burn out and be gone in a moment. There is something very beautiful about that.
Will?
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorm, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination.
Any idea where we'll find Duke Ravengard now that we've reached Moonrise?
Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorm will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get.
Gale?
Minthara is something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath that stern countenance. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen.
I don't think so. Alrighty. Let us begin reading the readables that we've collected throughout this episode. Starting with Sulphurous Note. To whom it may concern, Frug got his head stuck in a butter barrel when his little imp thing tried to help him. They both fell off a ledge into a volcano. I laughed so hard Zariel sent me out of the room. Other than that, you haven't missed much, though I've sure as hell missed you. Exo Flow. Okay. Recruiting gnolls. Though gnolls verge upon being brute beasts who cannot follow orders couched even in the simplest terms, they can fulfill one important role in an army such as the one we are building, that of vanguard shock troops. Howling Gnoll berserkers can be sent ahead in frontal assault to absorb defender spells and missile volleys, exhausting our enemy's ammunition before the arrival of the organized phalanxes of our less savage troops. Accordingly, Regzlin's Hobgoblin Rangers are hereby detached to the wilderness to track down Gnoll war packs, capture each pack's Flynn leader, and bring them back in good condition to Moonrise Towers for tadpoling. The Flynns can then be returned to their war packs, where we can count on the ranked who file to follow the order of their leaders, who will then be loyal to the Absolute. 6 such packs should meet our needs. See to it. Disciple Zrel on the behalf of General Ketheric. Taking the groves off the table. Dictated to Scribe Yanthus by General Ketheric. Druids, meddling and metals. I have a history with them that makes me wary of underestimating them. They will certainly not welcome the rise of the Absolute in their vicinity and could become significant obstacles if we do not find a way to take them out of play. I speak here, for starters, of the Emerald Grove and of Cloakwood Circle. They cannot easily be defeated without a significant diversion of resources, but they can perhaps be neutralized from within. Druids, by their very nature, do not smile. Yanthus value the balance of natural forces over the welfare of humanity in general, and in the extreme this is expressed by the faction historically known as the Shadow Druids, who favor complete separation of the circles from what they regard as the ills of civilization. We shall identify the current leaders of the Shadow Druids, cultivate them with gifts while intimidating them with threats, and encourage them to see that the wisest and most prudent course is for the Druid circles to stand neutral as the army of the Absolute marches on the blighted cities of the civilized. Disciple Zrel shall select an appropriate agent to parley with the Shadow Druid leaders. Eventually all shall be infected with tadpoles. Interesting. Invasion plans for Baldur's Gate. A map of Baldur's Gate depicting Upper City, Lower City, and Outer City as far as Worm's Crossing, as well as Grey Harbor and the near course of the Chionthar. Orcs of the Trielta Hills. The recent dismemberment of Agent Mahas, True Soul 26, by Lord Herod's guards at the Ringfork Stronghold is a clear indication that our strategy for co-opting the orcs of the Trielta Hills needs to be adjusted. Sending a herald to talk was regarded as evidence of weakness, so we must assume an attitude of dominance in our next attempt. The true soul among us who best understands orcish customs is undoubtedly Sir Yax of Scornabel. He shall be sent, backed up by a pack of ogres, to deliver a direct personal challenge to Lord Herod, using it as an excuse for the dismemberment of Mahas. Yax is to defeat Herod and then force him to swear fealty to the Absolute, and in return we shall back Herod in the conquest and alliances of the other 2 Trielta tribes. Inform Sir Yax as soon as he returns from the Werewoods. Disciple Zrel on the behalf of General Ketheric. Moonrise Towers Prison Log. A list of prisoners who have passed through the dungeons of the Moonrise Towers. The page opens on the following entry. Fionn Featherlight transferred to Disciple Balthazar's care. Yusuf Raha found dead in cell, remains sent to kitchen. Nuska Tarasova swore allegiance to the Absolute, sent for subjugation. Note, disciple Balthazar's experiments now take priority. All prisoners are to be sent to his lab on his return, including Nimble, Panternon, Nichols, Zeltron, and Wolbrin Bonkel. I recognized the first two, and then I was like, okay, of course, yeah, you know. Invasion plans for the Sword Coast. A map of the Sword Coast from the Sea of Moving Ice down to just north of Amn, including several of the nearer archipelagos in the Sea of Swords. A large red arrow stretches out from the east, then branches into numerous small arrows, fanning out across the land to signify the Absolute's planned conquest. Prisoner's Journal. You hear things down here, things from people with nothing left to lose, no more secrets to keep. You hear that Kethric's untouchable, except he really isn't really. That he's got some relic or other in the mausoleum, a link, that's what you hear. And to hear that the link can be severed, you hear things like that. But you mostly hear them from people who are already out of their minds. Alrighty, that's all the readables done. Let's just send these and send to camp. Nice. Karlach.
Hey, soldier.
So you had a friend in Avernus, you never said.
You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends.
Pity. Sounds like she meant something to you in whatever small way.
I guess she did. Much as it makes me want to puke to admit it. Devils, you know. Fucking devils. They really screw with you, don't they?
Unfortunately, a leopard can't change its spots.
And a devil will never not break your heart.
She gave you a note. What did it say?
Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious.
You do have real friends now. Me, for one.
Thank the gods. And I do. Every day.
Let's talk to Lae'zel.
Always at your side.
The drow is unpredictable, uncompromising. I respect her almost as much as I distrust her.
Astarion.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you.
Jealous you're no longer the least trustworthy person in our camp.
Excuse me. I'm sorry for looking out for our collective hides. But fine. Take her if you wish. Just know I'll be resting with one eye open.
Okay. Shadowheart.
It doesn't seem long ago that Minthara would have sought to kill us, and now we've welcomed her along. We're nothing if not magnanimous.
So it seems Ketheric Thorm did all he did for his daughter, Isabel. Almost understandable.
That almost is doing a great deal of heavy lifting. That man changes allegiances more frequently than a courtesan changes their bed sheets. At least he's proof you can turn from Shah and live to tell the tale. Though some may not call that living.
Astarion?
The way she leered at me. The blood merchant. I can't get it out of my head. It isn't like me. Not like me at all. I was being too precious, wasn't I? We could have used her potion. A moment of unpleasantry doesn't matter if there's a fine reward. I should have just gritted my teeth as always and let her have me for a bit.
It makes me sad to hear you talk about yourself like that.
Why? I'm simply trying to be realistic. There's nothing more desirable in the world than a vampire, is there? Having been through all I have, you damn well are going to fight with what few assets the gods give you. But a part of me feels sick when I think about getting on my back for breadcrumbs again.
You have so much more than your looks going for you.
I had nothing at all for so long. Not even my body. That was owned by Cazador. To be sent out to tempt fools into his palace. I have bedded thousands of people. Half of them I barely remember. Most of them didn't even grant me temporary bliss. It should have been so easy to let the drow use me for her fantasy, but perhaps, you showed me I have enough strength. I don't need to.
You aren't a slave now, Astarion. You're free.
I can stop using myself. Stop being used. It isn't worth the scars anymore. Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I wanted to ask about Cazador's ritual. You must be thinking about it.
The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why?
Do you think we can stop it?
Well, in theory, it's simple. Destroy Cazador, stop ritual. That's assuming we want to stop the ritual. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare.
And the souls that need to be sacrificed? Although I don't know if you should... I don't want a disapproval here, because I don't want to be like, what about everyone else? Then you be like, what about me? Let's see.
I don't relish it, but my siblings lured thousands of people to their deaths over the years. I doubt Baldur's Gate would miss them. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting.
A private word would be nice.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
You and we share something special, I think. I want to talk about it.
Very serious of you. But go ahead.
How are you faring?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been dwelling on becoming a Dark Justiciar. Perhaps seeing the power of Shah unleashed on that land is keeping the thought in my mind. But don't worry. I still have plenty of room for you in both mind and heart.
Oh, want to talk about all that's happened to us?
Fine. What's on your mind?
How am I holding up in your estimations?
Quite splendidly, to give credit where it's due. You and I have shared some good times together, and it seems we have plenty in common. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And attractive company too, no less. You know, I've been very serious of you. But go ahead.
I feel like you've been distracted of late. I don't want us to drift apart.
I won't pretend that I don't know what you mean. Ever since we entered the Shadow Curse, I felt like something's calling to me. Some purpose that I need to find. Give me some time. If I can figure out whatever it is that I need to do, well, then there should be more time for us. Well, my day just improved. Very serious of you. But go ahead.
Admit it, you've never had a relationship quite like this one, have you?
Even if I could remember, I'm not sure I'd tell you. I don't want your ego to get overinflated.
Aw. I have a feeling this takes us to a different part. So, okay. I'm gonna leave it off right here. Yeah. Alrighty, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, I'm glad. I think we did a lot this episode. We finally entered Moonrise. We got to see Thorm's real face. We got Mindara. We freed the Tieflings and the Iron Hand Clan gnomes, Deep Forge gnomes, whatever you want to call them, from the depths of Moonrise. Yeah, I'm honestly really satisfied with today. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next installment. Bye bye!